Okay, today's video is more of like tips for helping technicians basically with electrical. So one thing is like you got like if you don't know the vehicle, if you're not familiar with the equipment, the vehicle, whatever it is you're messing with, be sure to get a schematic. A schematic is like a map. Just think of you go to a state you've never been to and you need to find your way around. You're going to go get a map or you're going to go on Google Maps or something, right? So why do so many technicians decide to shoot from the hip and burn themselves? So first thing I'm going to tell you is I learned this a long time ago. I was taught it. You go in reverse. So like, let's say we got a schematic here and you see how this is right here, that little arrow? It's telling you how the power flows. It's telling you how it flows. So what you want to do is when you're tracing it, you want to go draw yourself arrows going in reverse and you have to trace it. Now that's one tip. Always follow the power and the grounds. Second tip, if you print it off the printer and it's in 3, 4, 5, 10 pages, print them all out and tape them together and make yourself a nice little complete thing where you can look at it all at once versus this page cuts off and then you're trying to find the other page and then this other page. Just tape them all together and trace out your circuit. We're going to get to what this was all about in a minute. Know the theory of operation. We had a unit, the air conditioner wasn't working. We checked the Freon, it had proper amount. We checked the fuses, we checked the relays, we checked the control. Of course, we checked the controls because guess what? We knew where to go look. We knew what to look for because they were all right here. All all the commands, the switches and so forth. And then we were getting out to the corresponding things. Now, like everybody, we're gonna start right here at the compressor. It has a ground, so we went ahead and we tested the ground. It was good. And then we tested the hot. We were not getting hot, so we went ahead and we bypassed it. And we put voltage to it through alternate means, and we confirmed the air conditioner works. It cools. There's nothing wrong with the air conditioner. And then we started to work on this problem. So we go right here. We go to the relay. And we tested, of course, because we know the operation. We checked the fuse, which we know it's good. We make sure that the power was coming to the relay. It was good. We went ahead and jumped this to this, and the AC started, the compressor locked in. Everything started working. So we were like, okay, no problem. So we went to this right here, and this is our ECM command. We verified it was coming in. We verified it was working. So that only left one thing left. This right here, which is a ground at the relay. We checked it and we actually got a reading on the meter, but when we voltage dropped it, it was weak. It could not support the switch for the relay to jump, which, as y'all know, this is the switch. It jumps over, it closes, and makes everything work. So we decided to chase this. We go through here, we go through here. There's a union there. We go over here, okay, and then we decided to go over here, and we go over here, over here. Now, what is this? We go here, we go here. Oh, this unit has an electric fan. We didn't know it had an electric fan because it has actually a fan clutch, and we'll get to that in a minute. So we did the same thing here. We tested the ground, it was good. We tested the hot by jumping it here. We got the fan to come on. Again, we voltage dropped here. We did not have a good ground. We did check this right here coming from the computer. It was working. So the only thing we lacked was a ground. When we provide a ground, everything would lock in. So we go back, we go here, we go here, we chase it down, and it goes right here. So what is this? This is a fan clutch connector. It's real big in here, but it's really small. So you have hot, okay, you have a ground because we know it's coming from the chassis. We voltage drop the ground, it's good and solid. We check the hot, it's good. We have a fan speed. Think of it as a tack signal. It's going back to the ECM, telling the ECM the RPM of the fan clutch, so it can decide what it wants to do relative to, because it's looking at a lot of things. It's looking at the engine coolant temp. It's looking at the high side pressure. It's looking at a lot of things. So this thing has a lot of information going through it. This right here, actually, it's what controls the fan clutch. It's the fan clutch valves, which are the valves that control the fluid that lock in and out the fan clutch. So we figured out that, okay, our ground is coming here for our relays, but we know that the relays are actually supposed to be closed by the computer, which we confirmed the signals. They're there, you know, we confirmed them that they're there and they're coming from the ECM. The only thing we were lacking was the ground. So it's the fan clutch that has failed internally, because we know that we got, again, if you were to go in reverse with your little arrows, you know, showing the direction of how the power is flowing in reverse, we know that we got ground coming into here. We know that for whatever reason and their wisdom, they decided to put a ground here to here to work with the relays, but we're not getting that out of here. And interesting thing we found out is that this unit had just had an engine replaced because it overheated, the fan clutch. And what's funny is the fan clutch, because it provides the ground not only to the AC compressor, okay, not only does it provide ground for the AC compressor relay, it provides ground for the auxiliary electric fan. So what has failed, again, keeping it simple, if everything is there, all of our powers and everything is there, what is left? The fan clutch. Fan clutch is $700. We told the customer. There was a conclusion. The customer decided to not fix it. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to bypass it somehow, and we'll see what happens. But the thing is you have to be very smart about your diagnosis on these modern cars, because these modern cars, the strategies, the way they do things is different than what they did it, you know, even from one model to the next. I remember when they used to run the ground for the compressor on some units, the ground has to go through the ground, through a pressure switch, through another pressure switch, and then it goes to a relay, or it might go straight to the compressor. It's everybody's strategy is different, so it's important to always get the schematic and understand what you're looking at. Like I said, if you have to, tape them all together so you can see it, so you can see the big picture at once. Because if you only have one, you know, like this, you know, you're like, okay, well, where does this gray 4 go to? And then you got to flip through the pages. You know, it's just, you can screw yourself. So the thing is, you line them up, right? Gray 4, gray violet, white. You just lay it all out, and then yes, crayons or some kind of markers to help you trace it out with different colors. That helps too. So always keep a set of markers, crayons, highlighters, anything that help you distinguish the wiring, so it can help you. It's just a tip. I don't know if it's a good video or not. Leave a comment. I actually made about 5 different versions of this video, but anyway, it's just something that I see a lot of young technicians get themselves into a lot of trouble, and it can all be avoided if you just decide to go about it with a strategy, with a game plan, versus just shooting from the hip. Thanks for watching.